Hi, I am ThatPaulGuy, and it's Thursday. It's Thursday, February 20th, 2020. 220. Yeah, 220. That's weird. That's confusing. Maybe you ought to get like a pick 3 or a pick 5 ticket or something like that and play those numbers. Anyway, on with last week's reminder, if you didn't catch it. But this week, we're starting off with space like we always do. And actually, 2 stories from SpaceX. They had another successful launch of their Falcon 9, which carries 60 of the Starlink satellites up into the air. Now, astronomers are complaining a little bit because when these go up, it's like a line of bright shining lights that interfere with being able to see other stars. So SpaceX is trying to try a different couple of, like non-reflective paint and stuff like that to try to see if they won't interfere. But they have assured everybody that this won't be an issue in the future. So, but anyway, a successful launch. It's the 4th time for this Falcon 9 rocket booster. It is not going to land successfully for 4 times because it missed its mark just barely. It missed landing on Of Course I Still Love You. It will not be making a 5th trip, but this is now about 300 satellites up there for the Starlink, and about 400 is what he needs to cover North America for the United States and Canada to have minimal service for broadband for North America, and like I said, the US and Canada. So we'll see how that goes. There should be about 1 launch a month at this rate, and by the end of the year, they should be able to get service up and going. It's yet to be determined whether that's going to be a function of either SpaceX or maybe Tesla or just a private IPO or something like that. But anyway, another successful launch. Not quite a successful catch. We don't know if they're going to be able to salvage this enough to make it launch a 5th time or not, but 4 solid launches. And this would have been the 50th landing. So it was a pretty big milestone they were looking forward to. Now we're just going to have to wait until, I don't know, another launch a couple weeks from now. Anyway, along with that, SpaceX has gotten the nod, I guess you could say. There was allegedly a tweet that was up for a little while from NASA, and it has since been taken down. Sorry, don't have any proof of it, but the rumor has it that NASA actually did acknowledge that SpaceX would be the first ones to be able to take astronauts back up to the space station. This comes on the heels of NASA wanting to confirm from basically the failed test that Boeing had of trying to make sure that they are ready to take astronauts up. Meanwhile, it's hard to acknowledge that SpaceX is not already ready. And they're looking at maybe April or May timeframe of trying to get this done. The other part of that is that SpaceX is going ahead with plans. Not only are they going to be taking astronauts for the government or for the European Space Administration and from Russia and stuff like that, and an international crew up there, but they're also talking about tourists. So they're going to start sending tourists as early as 2021, which, I mean, let's face it, that's only a year, folks. That's next year. They're already talking about taking tourists up and not just regular astronauts and everything. So they're pretty high on this. Like I said, the first group of our astronauts ought to be going up on demo flight 2, either April or May. So stay tuned for that. In tech news, Samsung released the Zflip last week. We talked about that. And there's already issues. Now, Motorola did experience some issues with the Razr and cold weather, and it looks like Samsung might be having the same kind of issues with their Zflip. And in one case, a tweet showing that it broke right out of the box, first time trying to use it. So Motorola has responded and said that if there's any kind of issues that were caused by weather or cold weather or something like that, it'll be covered under warranty. Samsung has made no such they've made no such announcement, but they have gotten in touch with individual people that have problems to try to get to the bottom of it. So we'll see how this goes, but this is not looking really, really good for Samsung. Not that much better for Motorola, but I mean, this is a really, really new technology, and some of these early adopters they're getting burned by it, so we'll just have to see where things go. Hopefully Samsung can figure it out and people can fold their phones. I'm not going to fold mine. I like mine too much. Moving on to gaming and gaming news. Last week again, we told you about a little misunderstanding, I guess you could say. Blizzard pulled all of their games off of the new streaming service from GeForce Now, NVIDIA's streaming service. The goal here is that NVIDIA is actually using their hardware to be able to stream games that you already own. All they have to do is verify that yes, you do own it, and they will allow you to stream the game, so you don't have to try to use your hardware. You're using their hardware, and an internet connection, making it much, much quicker, and having having access to speed and frame rates and stuff like that you might not ordinarily be able to get on your own home computer or tablet or anything of that nature. Well, Blizzard has, they've come out and they've said that the reason for the misunderstanding is they signed an agreement through the beta process. This 1.5 or 2 year long beta process that GeForce Now was going through, they never had such an agreement when it went live. To which NVIDIA is saying, but hey, we offer a free tier. There's nothing really that's changed here. There was no income coming one way or another. So the two sides got to kind of meet in the middle somewhere. We'll find out what's going on. Blizzard, I guess, wants to renegotiate. And NVIDIA was under the assumption that everything was a go and this was all good to begin with. So we'll see, again, how this lands, and we'll keep you updated. There seems to be a lot of those stories this week of trying to keep you updated. One other thing we're going to have to keep you updated about, it falls under, you're kidding, right? Some of you may know that I got bit by a brown recluse back in November. I was a little bit stubborn, and I did wait a little bit. I did seek medical attention right after that. We thought we had it under control. I didn't do really any follow-up except for trying to make sure that the wound stayed clean and didn't get infected and stuff like that. We were concerned that it wasn't healing quickly enough, so we did go to a wound center and let a surgeon take a look at it and put me on a different type of treatment. Got things cleaned up, have since continued those treatments, but now an infection has set in. So the yours truly is going to have to go into the hospital and have this done. It's the first time I'll ever have to stay in a hospital. I've had surgeries done and stuff like that, but it's the first time they're going to want to keep me because they want to pump me full of antibiotics and other good stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to it. But anyway, there will not be anything being recorded or posted or anything like that this weekend. I apologize. I still do want to work on the small form factor build, but maybe we can get this all out of the way and we can get on the road to recovery and we can get back where I have been and I was before, and everybody will be better off for it. I do appreciate everybody. I said do. I appreciate everybody sticking with me and kind of riding this out with me. I promise I'll get better as soon as I can, and we'll get back to doing 2 videos a week and some actual real live content that people want to watch. So until then, just I guess wish me the best. I'm going in here. I'm kind of apprehensive, but it is what it is. It needs to be taken care of. I'm not going to put it off. I was already stubborn thinking that this thing would heal itself, and guess what? It's not going to heal itself. So this is where I'm at, folks. This is where I'm going, and I will let you guys know the progress. And hopefully you'll see my ugly mug back on here in a couple of days. No guarantees, but I'm hoping. All right, so fingers crossed, folks. As always, you're welcome to share, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Please thumbs up. I love thumbs up. Thumbs up are good. Give me any kind of comment you want on these stories or any other stories. And until next time, folks, I'll see you later.